Okay, I'm starting to record now. Okay, good. All right, so by request, people have asked for more help comping out properties. So I'm going to comp out a property for the first time now, and we're going to show you a recording of it. So Ken is online. Ken, give me the address, the city. What you said, it's in Center Reach?
Center Reach, yeah.
Center Reach. Oh no, I'm doing this wrong. I'm sorry. So let me do. So this is the page of multiple listing service. You go to listings, go to search. You always want to do a map search because you have to look. You have to search for a very, very small area, right? You can expand it if you can't find anything, but the best comps are going to be in the tightest, the closest to the subject property.
Okay.
So I'm going to map search, and it takes you this. I mean, we have the worst MLS ever, but you got to go to the locations. What's the address, Ken?
55 Wolf Hollow Road. That's one word. Wolf, WOLFHOLLOW.
In Center Reach.
Yeah.
I wish I could type.
Just double checking. I hope it's road.
Yeah, and also check the spelling, right? I don't know what's going on now. My system's deciding to go bonkers on me, of course, while we're recording. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Right, spell that out.
Wolf Hollow Road, Center Reach. Yeah, that looks right.
Okay. So my general rule is a couple things. I don't cross busy streets unless I know there's no difference on the other sides. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to see that we got Holbrook Road over here, Horse Block Road over here, and I'm going to draw a diagram. So I'm going to, this little, it's not a pentagon, it's a, yeah, pentagon.
Polygon.
It's a pentagon with 5 sides. And you,
Can I interject something before you do that?
Sure.
Because one thing I know is down the middle of that, there are high tension wires. If you see, every road on this side is like a dead end, and every road on the other side's a dead end. Do you still consider those the same neighborhood?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I can't, listen, I can't, you know that, but most times you're not going to know that. So I'm basically avoiding any of these yellow streets that I'm going in between.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I made this bigger, and then I have a default, I call it no water comps, because the new MLS gives you all this other crap. So basically I've gotten rid of whether there's a water view, and I've had this sorted by title date. So I want the most recent comps first. This is my default setting.
Okay.
Where I see it. So, but what I see here is that there's Farmingville and there's Center Reach, and there's also Ronkonkoma in this whole area. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look, I'm going to see Farmingville down here, Farmingville down here, Center Reach up there, Ronkonkoma on this side of the street. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to try and only get Center Reach in here. It looks to me like Center Reach ends around here. Below that, to the east is going to be Farmingville, and to the west is going to be Ronkonkoma. So I'm going to try and stay away from that because I don't know if those are considered better areas or not. So now I got pretty much all Center Reach. I got maybe one Ronkonkoma on this side of the street. So this is sorted already by title date, right? Just gives me the most recent comps first. And the subject property you said is a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Do you know what style it is? So I'm gonna do a quick Google search to see if I can see what the property looks like. You said 55 Wolf Hollow Road in Center Ridge, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's 2 words, by the way, Wolf Hollow, but it worked fine. Of course, there's no good pictures. Let's see what type of property this is. So it looks like a pretty standard colonial. Nice. That looks okay. It's pictures here, which means it was listed for sale. Either was listed for sale or is listed for sale. Do you know if it's listed for sale?
No, it was a very strange conversation. I gave her my introduction. She said she made some comment like you probably can't afford it, and I was like, oh really? And then she said something about she just got the roof done. So I kind of ended the conversation, and 3 minutes later I see that I get a voicemail from her that she wants to talk to me. So
All right.
she's
So,
interested in selling, but I don't know if she listed it. That's as far as I got.
so this, I'm not saying it is listed, but it looks like it was listed because there's pictures of the house. That's a picture of the back. My computer is taking forever and I don't know why. There's a deck. It's 2.5 bathrooms. It says, well, it looks like a regular colonial, maybe 4 bedrooms upstairs and 1 downstairs, that kind of thing.
Right.
But you can see the condition also, right? So the kitchen's old. Dining room's got red carpet, old furniture, old carpet, wood paneling. I mean, it's an old house. Flooring looks okay. Bathroom is fair. Old wallpaper. All right. So we didn't see the whole house, but we got an idea of what it looks like, and we can compare it to other properties. So let's go through all the recent comps in Center Each, in that area. So this looks relatively similar to the house that subject property, right? But it's a flip, right? It's all redone. You see already that somebody bought this house and sold it for $459,900. 5-bedroom colonial. This is probably a perfect comp, and it just sold July 31st. So we're talking about less than a month ago. They listed it for $459,900, and they went to contract at $449,900 for $10,000 less, and it went in 38 days. So that's pretty quick. Now, so this is probably the ARV straight up, but I'm going to look and see what this guy paid also. What did this guy pay? So he paid $245,000 for it, right? He bought it in October and he flipped it out for $459,000. So, he bought it at this guy bought it in foreclosure auction, $245,000. Now we have no idea what he spent. We don't know how much money he made, but this is probably the right price. He listed it at $459,000. He sold it for $449,000 a month later. This is probably dead on. 5-bedroom, 2.5. It's exactly the same house.
Why is it saying sold price $459,000 up here, but when you went down there it says $449,000?
Sometimes you go to contract at a certain price. Probably when the guy went to contract, he put in $449,000.
But if you go down to, it says sold price $459,000 again. So I think it did sell for $4.
Probably a typo. One of them's right, one of them's wrong. But he priced it right. I mean, if you sell it within 10,000, it's probably he probably sold it for the asking price.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the next. That's almost this is probably your ARV. Okay. How long ago did it go? Went to contract in June. Sold July. Went quick too. Okay, very good. So that's your ARV right there. Now also that whoever did that house will pay $245,000 for a house. That might have been in horrible condition. This is also colonial, but it's a little smaller. It's a 4, 2.5, and it sold for $475,000. So when it sold in May, they were asking for $49,000, and it went above asking, but a long time. It took 6 months. That's weird. Usually things that take 6 months don't go above asking. So let's look inside. Looks pretty good. Oh, you see the paper on the floor? Paper on the floor always means it's a flip.
Right.
So if you don't have public data over there, I go to RPR, and then I'm going to look at what the previous guy bought it for too. Oh, I don't know what this means. Oh, I hate this. All modules ignored. I don't know what this means. So it's not letting me into RPR. But you could see that this looks like this 450, 460, 470. That's your ARV. That's straight up easy. This is an expanded ranch. It's 4.2 and sold for $445,000. Also in the same ballpark. Pretty good condition. I mean, this is an easy one to comp. I mean, the ARV straight up. But let's see if there's any crappy properties that sold too. So this is a ranch, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Looks nice. Pretty good kitchen. Good house. This looks like it's staged. This might be a flip too. Maybe newly renovated house. You might be in flip heaven over here because everything. Yeah, this is definitely staged. Nobody keeps their towels like that. So let's look at what's going on here. So the guy bought it for $250,000 and sold it for $417,000. He might have done very little work. He might have lost his ass. I don't know. So first of all, you have 2 guys here you can go back to that pay $250,000 for the house. I mean, that's what you can flip properties. If you buy them in the low 2s, you can sell them in the mid 2s here for starters. And that the end price is going to be, listen, he listed it for $397,000. He sold it for asking price in 15 days. He probably listed it too low, right? When I see something go really low for asking price, usually I feel like this guy went too low. He probably could have put it out for $420,000 and sold it for $420,000. One second, let me look also at taxes. Do you know the taxes on the subject property, what they are? If you don't, it's fine. I'm just looking at taxes. So I also like to look at taxes.
You can look it up.
Taxes here are 10. This guy didn't tell you the taxes. Taxes here are 12. So just know that if you find something that taxes are out of whack, that's a problem. All right, let's look at then. This taxes are 11, so it looks pretty standard. Here's another ranch, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, diamond condition. Oh, this is also a flip. Almost every property we're seeing is a flip, which is amazing. And the guy bought it $250. So I mean, it's really $350. Interesting. No, so the bank, U.S. Bank bought it for $350 and then put it out on auction at $250. So every flipper here is buying in the mid-2s and selling 4 to mid-4s. I mean, you got a really good idea of what's going on here. What the hell is this? Isn't this the same house we just saw? Double dupe listing. This is a high ranch. Older, cruddier, sold for $377. Let's look at the time. He listed it for $389. It sold for $377. Took 69 days. How long ago? Are we back? Are we gone? We're going to the end of 2019. All right, so a high ranch.
But is it okay then comparing high ranches to colonials?
Listen, if I don't have any colonials, I might do it. But you have colonials that are perfect comps. I'm telling you, the first 2-3 listings tell you 99% of what you need. What I would love to find. So let me tell you, I'm looking further because I would love to find a crappy colonial and see what it sold for retail, because that'll give you an idea what you can wholesale it for.
Right.
This is a nice ranch, a 4-2 ranch, sold for 400. I mean, listen, everything there is selling 400 to mid-4s. That's pretty much what's going on. If you're in perfect condition, you're going to get 460. This looks really nice. 495. Look at that. It's a nice kitchen, nice hood.
Mondale Lane.
This house looks nice. 5-bedroom, 3.5 baths. So this is probably the same house that's got an extra bathroom somewhere. This looks really nice. But does that have a picture of the front? Oh, it's got a pool. It's got no picture of the front. It's so strange. Very strange. All right. So this is mother-daughter. That's why, right? They don't want to tell you that there's an illegal kitchen in there. It's probably a high house. But it says it's a colonial. It's probably the same house. Sold for $495. Somebody likes the pool and somebody likes the finishes and somebody likes the fact that there's an extra kitchen that maybe they can rent. So, I mean, they listed it for $525 and they dropped it to $499 and they sold it for $495, but it took 211 days because he listed it too high, right? This is an area where if you list over 500, you're not going to sell. It's clear. This is just a, I don't know if it was the owner or it was the agent, but that's why it took a long time. Next one, this is a colonial 4.2.5 and sold for $515. It's nice, it's all expanded, big, open concept, beautiful. Listed it for $509 and it went to contract at $515. It's 17 days. Wow. Very nice. All right. But how long ago was this? Also recent. So listen, that's your wheelhouse, okay? It's a mid-400s ARV property. If you had to sell it to an investor and it didn't need that much work, you can probably sell it in the mid to upper 2s. Oh, this is the same house. It's just got a little bump out here. But 2-car garage. I mean, it sold for more, but it seems high for the rest of them. This is a colonial, 6 bedrooms, 2 baths. And it says
the one reason, I mean, I can tell you again from knowing the area, and I talked about that split with the high tension wires. The stuff on the other side of the high tension wires, there's a lot of new construction going over there. So,
well, I haven't seen any new construction comps.
Okay.
So this is exactly the same thing. The guy bought this for $260, did work to it, and sold it for $407. I think he sold it too cheap also. He put it out for $429, then he dropped it to $419, then he went to contract at $407 in 53 days. I don't know, maybe there's high tension wires over this house, but the house looks really nice. Did a good job. I don't know why he sold it for $407. Listen, if there's something going on with those high tension wires that people don't want to be near them, then that's something you got to realize. Look at this nice one. Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, I think her house is at the end of the block. So it's like the end of the block, and then there's the high tension wires. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
this is like flip heaven here, by the way. This guy bought this. Well, he bought it in 2017. Did he not sell it to 923? No, I don't know if this was a flip, but there's a lot of flips here. I mean, if you ask me, it's a 450, 460 ARV. And you can easily, if you want to wholesale it, you got to get it in the low 2s. That's it. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know about wholetailing it because almost everything going, like this is an interesting, well, it's a 3-1, but let's see if we can find something, like I would love to find something crappy that's sold. Like you might be able to sell it and not do anything to it for 400,000, but I don't know. Do you have any idea what price she wants? Well, she has it listed, doesn't she? Has it listed for 350?
Again, I know nothing. I'm trying to get back in touch with her.
Well, listen, you hit the jackpot here because there's a million flips. The last one that sold is almost the exact same house. It sold for 460. It sold quickly, right? 38 days, so it's priced right. Probably sold for 460 straight up. The guy bought it for 250. There's a bunch of flips here, so you picked a great area to comp. It's easy.
Okay, well, let me just ask you one more question, because the whole reason I asked you this is usually when I do this, I find nothing that's similar. I can't find a 4.2 or, whatever.
So listen, so you have to, so then if you can't find a first of all, I care more about the style of the home than the exact bedroom and bathroom count. Because there's not a big difference between a 4.2 and a 3.2. Not a big difference between a 4.2 and a 5.2. There is a difference between, let's say, a 2-bedroom or a 1-bathroom house and something that's got more. But this is an art, right? So you're going to have to look, I look more for the style, and sometimes there's none of the same style, right? Sometimes I'm looking at a high ranch and it's all colonials. So you have to look at the area. This is an area where it's clear what's going on here, right? Everything's selling between 400,000 and 500,000. The brand new flips are going for 460. It's simple. But let's say you had a 5.2.5 and you only had 5.2s, you got to make that adjustment. Anybody that wants to move into this area is going to be spending between 400 and 500 grand. That's the truth. So you can't pay 350 for it, right? The house looks relatively old and cruddy. You can certainly put in an offer of 250. She'll tell you to go to hell, but at 250 you can rehab it probably. It doesn't look like it needs that much work. But you probably can't wholesale it unless you're buying it below that. That's my thoughts. So make her an offer. Always make an offer. Always send it to her in writing, even if it's an email, and just tell her, I can pay 253 for 27, some crazy number like that. That's what I would do if I were you. You're probably not going to get the house because she's got. Listen, it's either listed FSBO or was listed. She's got a number in her head. Not easy to find, and that's what's going on. But you picked an area where it's really easy. So you want to pick an area that's hard. You want to give me. You have another address, or you want to? We can do another property if you want.
I don't have one off the top of my head.
You want to look at one that I just did?
Sure.
All right. Let me think. Let me think what I did. Okay, so I know. It's in Mastic. All right. And I bought this one. I'm finishing rehab it now, but we can look at it. So it is a 5-2 Cape, and the address is 154 Woodland Avenue in Mastic. Okay. So here it's just a big. Is that right? Am I in the right place? I don't even know.
Probably. You got the William Floyd Parkway on your left there.
Is this the right street? Yeah, it is. Okay. Sometimes I go like I'm in a different state. So I'm going to look this whole area, right? Because there's nothing in between. And I'm just going to go up to South Street. And I'm going to look at this whole area. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this thing on the right side. And then I'm going to do my default, which, like, because you see what's here. Like, it gives me parking. I don't really care about parking. It's such a stupid thing. I don't care about, it has a thing like water views, waterfront features. There's no water here. So yeah. I just remove those. I click customize, and then I sort it by title date. I want the most recent sales first. And I get rid of parking, and I get more stuff that's showing up. So that's what I do. So this is no water comps is what shows up. And this is what I get. I want to know if there's a bait. All these things are important. Everything, of course, is in Manorville. Why am I in Manorville? I'm in the wrong place for sure. Right? Because Manorville is not what I want. Oh, let me try it again. Oh, it's one because it's Drive. I think I put Avenue. It's 154 Woodland Drive. That was my score. Drive in thinking Mastic Beach, maybe that's it. Yeah, it's closer to the water. Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, so here I'm gonna first of all I'm gonna stay away from waterfront properties because I don't want to comp out this to waterfront, and I'm going to go like down here, and I'm gonna stay to the over here, over there, and that should give me a thing. So again, it's a 5-2 Cape. Let me do my min no water comp. So it's got the most recent first. Okay. So what do I got? I got a big colonial here. 630,000 sounds way too much.
Wait, what's the bathrooms and bedrooms on the one that your target?
5-2, but this is new construction. This is a 4-lot subdivision. I mean, this is not a good comp. Next, I got a 4-3 ranch.
You're in it's in Manorville again.
I'm in Manorville again?
See, their address says 170 Dayton Avenue, Manorville.
That's annoying. Did I go too far south? Okay, so let me go to the map. Let me see what I'm doing. This is all mastic. This is all mastic.
It should be. I don't think Manorville's anywhere near there. Oh, that was weird.
Oh, you know what I did? I screwed up.
Oh, wait, yeah. You have, maybe it is close because if you look at the towns list.
It's not. It's screwed up. It's, I didn't get rid of the old one, so I'm getting.
Oh, it's mixing them together or something.
Yeah, it's mixing them together. Okay. Now let me do it right. See how bad that is? It's not even normal. So I'm in the right place and I don't have any of those other comps. So I'm going to draw a little thing here. I can go into the park because it's not going to be a problem. Okay. Get rid of the criteria. I'm going to go to my default. And now let's look. Okay, yeah, these are numbers, right? So numbers, most of these. So first of all, I always eyeball this and I go, what are things really selling for? And you can see things are selling 2s and upper 2s kind of thing. This is a 3-1, so this is tiny. It's not a good comp. I got to pause for a second, all right? I'm pausing.
Yeah.
Hello? Hey, Christine, how are you? Okay, we're back to recording. Are you seeing my screen or did I stop sharing screen?
You're kind of minimized now. I just see your picture.
I am going to go back in here 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so this is a flip that just sold for 250, but it's a 3-1, right? Mine is much bigger. This is a ranch. So, I mean, if this can go for 250, mine should go for more. But he listed at 269, then he dropped at 259, then he dropped 254, and it went for 252. He priced it too high because a 3-1 is not a, it's a 250 house. But I can't get into RPR. So let's do the next one. Also a 3-1. There's a lot of 3-1 ranches in this area. And is this a flip? Yeah, it looks like a flip. And the guy, the purchaser is HPM. Listed it for 249, sold it for 245 in 16 days. So the guy priced it right. I mean, he did the right thing. 240. Let's go to the next one. 3-2 ranch. Definitely not a flip. Older, but not bad. Sold it. He listed it for 239. Then he dropped it to 235. Went for 225 after 90 days. All right, it's not in great shape. It's old. The kitchen's older. A 3-1. They're all 3-1s. Wow, mine is like a. This is digital. You see, this is digitally staged.
Oh yeah.
They do that. It drives me crazy. All right, 225. Also, so 3-1. So I mean, it's tough because I'm looking for bigger comps. But look, he's put it out for 225. Went for 225 in 13 days. Nice. That's, by the way, that's right near. Now this is a bigger house. A 3-2 colonial. Is it a flip? It might be. This guy looks like he did work to it. Bought it for 339. Did a range listing, which I think is so stupid. I can't even tell you. 339. Then he listed for 325. Then he put a range of 310 to 320, and he went for 312. Why didn't you just list it for 310? It's
All
still,
right.
you know,
Please, let me give you 320.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. This is a bigger one. Nice Victorian, 4.2.5, went for 334. Looks in good shape. Okay, so I mean, you see what things are going for. 250 for a 3.1, all redone, and like 350. Mine's like in the middle. 295. This is a flip for sure. 329. Then he dropped 309. Then it was 299. Then he went 295. Yeah, like 3.1. He sold for 295. You got to give him credit. It looks bigger than that, though, didn't it? It looked really big.
Mm.
Oh, it's not a ranch. It's a cape. He did the outside too. These guys do so much work. Very interesting. People are nuts. So I listed mine for 280. I already got a buyer for it. I didn't even list it. I mean, I got a buyer 280. I think I'm priced right. I might be able to get 295 for it now that I'm looking at this one because mine's a 5.2. But I didn't do the outside. The outside looks okay. But you know, I mean, you could tell the range here. You're not selling anything for $400,000 here. You know, if it's all redone, you're getting more than 250. So on mine, I figured it was a 300 house. But if you list things with a 3 in front of it here, you can see that people don't like it. You got to list it with a 2 in front. So it's something I probably could list it for 299. I probably could. But I got a buyer at 280, like who wants to close tomorrow. So I'm probably going to do it. What's this? A 3 1.5 expanded ranch rent for 270. Is that in good shape? Yeah, good shape. All right. Listen, it's an area where people are going and they're looking to spend, under $300,000 to buy a house. Look at this beauty. This is
Wow.
That's a real shithole. Wow. Fire damage. All right, and somebody still bought it for 100. Gutted to the studs. Someone still bought it for 100. Amazing. All right. Just goes to show you there's always a price. All right, so that's how I would look at it, right? There aren't any 5.2 capes to comp it at, but the house is in good shape. And 3.1s are going in the mid 2s. Really nice houses that are bigger are going in the mid 3s. I don't think I can get 300 for mine. I know I can get high 2s. I paid 150 for it. It's fine. And that's how you comp it. You can't always find it, but look at this. This is a 3.2 Colonial, went for 285. It looks like, did we see this already? This looks like what was something we saw. Well, won't let me into RPR. I would love to find out what people are paying, but I know what people are paying because I don't know why it won't let me in. The builders are paying. I mean, the rehabbers are paying between 100 and 150 for properties there. I paid 150 for mine. Needed work, and that's it. But that's how you comp it. Like that. The most important thing you're going to do really is you're going to look at this list and you're going to see what things selling for, right? And that'll give you an idea. That tells you really the range of what it's in. Then you need to really dig down and find something similar and find comps. But, you know, this tells me stuff's going, you know, nice things are going in the high 2s, maybe even the low 3s if they're exceptional. Apparently the Dogwood Road is really nice. And then small ranches, you know, 3.1 ranches are going for 250, 220, you know, if they're in cruddy shape, 225, if they're in nice shape, 252. That's it. So I'm not going to find a 5.2 cape here. There aren't even that many capes. So it's a 3.1 cape, 2.1 cape, 3.1 cape, 3.1 cape. You know, those aren't great comps. My house has got 3 bedrooms on the upper floor and 2 bedrooms downstairs. It's a bigger house, right? 2.1 cape. There are no comps for mine. But you get a feel for what things are, you know. I figured it's a high 2s house. If I put it on the market for 299, well, I might maybe squeeze a little more money out. Yeah, but it's gonna take forever. If this buyer falls through, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll put it out for 289. But that's the story. Here you can see. Want to see a picture of my house, just so you can get an idea of what the crap that I'm comping out for you. 1 second. I have a new roof on it, and it's a lot nicer now than these pictures will probably indicate. But you know, I got to buy it for 280. I'm not gonna do that much better. Yeah, this is it. But I painted the outside. I did a new roof. Got rid of that crap. So it's a big lot. It was a lot of work, a lot more work than I thought. But that's how you comp. You get a feel for what people like. What I see new people doing all the time, which is really terrible, is that they say, well, my house is a 5.2. All these capes are going for 300. I'm going to put it out for 399. You know, no one's paying $400,000 in this area. You can see it. Nobody. Like above 300, there's 2 comps, nothing else. Or they'll think, you know, it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's only worth $100,000. There's a range here where you see where new houses are going for upper 2s to low 3s. Crappy houses are going for 100. that your feel for the area is really almost more important than getting an idea what a perfect comp is. Because sometimes you can't, like you said, sometimes there are no comps. There are no 5.2 capes here for me to comp. There are none, right? There are hardly ever anything with 5 bedrooms here, to be honest with you.
Right.
Oh, this is a 5.2 cape. Look at that one. Neighborhood Road. I didn't even see that.
Neighborhood Road.
Lovely 5.8 cape. This looks pretty nice. Kitchen looks okay. Neighborhood Road is a busy street, though. That I know. I almost bought something there.
But I mean, so looking at this now, then would you have said, "Oh, I gotta sell it for 245"?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Neighborhood Road's a busy street, and the guy put it out for 260 and sold it for 245 pretty quickly. I would bet if he would have listed it for 280, he would have sold it for 260, that kind of thing.
Right.
You know, no, I'm not. Listen, I have a buyer at 280. I know I can sell it for 280, even more.
No, I mean, I know that, but I'm saying when you were first looking,
No, okay. Again, Neighborhood Road is a busy street. It's a double yellow street, so
right.
I'm gonna give it something for that. So I mean, that's the way it is. Again, this is not an exact science. It's not. Believe me, I put things out there and sold them above what I asked, and I put things out there and couldn't get a bite on it. You make mistakes also, but this is the idea. If you're buying it at enough of a discount from these areas, from upper twos, then you're fine. So
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think I was like trying to,
you can't hit it on the head. It's something you
yeah,
can't always hit it on the head.
I was trying to do that like
Right?
every time.
Especially,
So I got to get more of a feel for it, you're saying.
you got to get a feel for it. It's feel for what are buyers in that area looking for? What are they looking for on a fully renovated house? And you see, I couldn't find. You want to find like cruddier houses also, because like in your example in Center Ridge, like I didn't see a lot. I didn't see any. Almost everything was a flip. But if there were properties that were going for like $400,000 in like not such great shape, then you could probably pay 300 for that house and put it out at 400, because your house wasn't terrible. You just didn't have a lot of comps at that level. I like to find hotel comps where properties that I can buy, where I'm not looking at it on an ARV basis anymore. I'm just looking at it as what are entry level buyers looking to pay in that area for a house that's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? They can get a mortgage on it. All the systems work, but it's just like an old kitchen and old bathroom. So I look at that too. In your case, you didn't really have. I didn't see any. Maybe if I look deeper, I could find. But I think that's it for our comping session. But if you have more, we can do it again, and I'll record it if you want. Okay.
That would be awesome. As always, Mike, I really appreciate your help.
My pleasure. I have to see how this whole worked with the stoppage in the middle, because I have to talk to that lady. But hopefully this will. I'll get it. I'll get you the recording. I'll send it to you, and I'm probably going to post it also. Okay.
Excellent. Thanks.
All right. Very good. Bye
Take
bye.
care.